Well, hey there, partner. Ever wondered what happens when a house cat thinks he's tougher than a snowstorm and ends up trying to become the greatest barista in the wild west of winter? Saddle up, because this story is colder than a cowboy's shadow at sunrise. It all started on a quiet, snowy mountain where a cute little cat named Whiskers was playing right in front of his wooden cabin. Snowflakes were falling like powdered sugar, and this cat thought he was the sheriff of Snow County. He kicked snowballs, jumped around like a cowboy in a rodeo, and enjoyed the cold breeze like it was his own personal frontier. But you know how mountains are. One wrong snowball and whoops, there he goes, sliding down the hill like a runaway tumbleweed. Whiskey didn't mean trouble, but trouble sure knew how to find him. Before he knew it, he was spinning, flipping, and yelling, "Meow ma," all the way down the slope. When the poor fella finally stopped, he realized he was nowhere near home. The trees looked unfamiliar. The air felt colder, and even the snow looked at him like, "Well, ain't you lost, partner?" Whiskey's paws trembled as he looked around, trying to figure out whether he should cry, walk, or negotiate with the trees. Just when he thought he'd become Mountain Cat Chow, he spotted something in the distance. A village. Not just any village. This one was glowing with warm lights, smoke and chimneys, and the smell of fresh brew floating through the air. If hope had a flavor, it smelled exactly like that coffee. Whiskey trudged through the snow, shivering like a beginner cowboy on his first rodeo. By the time he reached the village, he looked like a half-frozen potato with whiskers. But the villagers? Oh, they adored him instantly. They gasped, pointed, took pictures. One even tried to adopt him on the spot. Whiskey jumped on the counter and pointed his paw toward a sign that said, "Help wanted, barista needed immediately." The barista blinked, rubbed his eyes, and said, "You? A barista? Partner, you know what coffee even is?" Whiskey nodded like he'd been brewing cappuccinos since birth. Sure, he spilled beans everywhere. Sure, he jumped when the milk steamer screeched. But after enough practice, Whiskey poured his very first perfect cup. A smooth, creamy, delicious coffee worthy of a snow-covered village.